What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and our Georgia State Dynasty. The Panthers have won 2 straight games following their first loss of the season. Their latest win coming last week on the road against New Mexico State, a 21-13 victory, just squeaking out the win over the Aggies. This week, Georgia State will be back at home, ranked 18th in the country, coming in at 8-1 and facing off against Arkansas State, 6-3. Can the Panthers get their 3rd straight win? We're going to find out next.
Innovation that excites. Explosive.
Georgia State's going to receive the opening kickoff to get this game underway back at his own end zone as Josh Everson here. He's going to take it out past the 10. He cuts it outside, breaks the tackle past the 20, and pushed out of bounds at the 25. And he held on to the ball this time. Last week, to remember, he fumbled the opening kickoff as Georgia State here takes over on offense. Smith will hand off to Lamont George, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. You can see he's got over 1,100 yards rushing so far this season and 14 touchdowns. 3rd down and 10 now. Smith looking to pass out of the shotgun here. Over the middle, he's going to hit David Bailey up towards midfield, a 21-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Smith will hand off to George, getting the outside corner into Arkansas State territory, down the sideline for a 31-yard gain on the ground. 2nd and 4 later in the drive. Hand off to Mark Culver up the middle, gaining just enough for that 1st down. 1st and 10 play here for the Panthers. Smith under center will drop back to pass, looking and firing, and it is dropped by Luther Madison. Almost caught on the deflection though. 2nd down and 10. Smith will hand off to George, who goes up the middle, breaks the tackle, following his blockers, and gains 8 yards. 1st and goal now for the Panthers here from the 3. Smith back to pass here, looking, scrambling out to his right here, and has to throw the ball away. 1 for 4 passing early on for Smith. 2nd down and goal now. Smith fakes the handoff here, rolls out to his left, stops, and he's going to get hit and fumble the ball, and it's picked up by Perry of Arkansas State, and they will take over from there. Another turnover for Steve Smith. He's had a lot of those lately, as Max Jones, the quarterback for Arkansas State, gains 3 yards. 3rd down and 7 now for Arkansas State. Jones is going to dump it off to Andrew Harrison, who's going nowhere, and that'll set up a punt. Georgia State takes over here. 2nd and 10, handoff to Mark Culver, and he's going to get outside and gain 8 yards on the ground. 3rd down and 2 for the Panthers. Smith, handoff to George up the middle, and he's going to gain 5 and a 1st down for Georgia State. 3rd and 2 later in the drive again for Georgia State here in Arkansas State territory. The handoff goes to George, and he breaks a tackle and gains another 5 yards and another 1st down for the Panthers. 1st and 10 with under 2 minutes to go. Smith back to pass, looking, has all day, and finally finds David Bailey, who makes his way inside the 10 down to the 7. It's 1st and goal to go. Smith fakes the handoff here on 1st and goal, rolls out to his right, sets, and he's going to be sacked on the play for a 7-yard loss. It's 2nd and goal here now from the 15-yard line. Smith scrambling out to his left, sets and fires, and a spectacular diving catch by Marcus Jackson in the end zone for the touchdown to put the Panthers up 7-0 here after the 1st quarter.
See if things open up in the 2nd quarter. 7-0. Panthers.
2nd and 5 for Arkansas State to open the 2nd quarter here. Down by a touchdown, the delayed handoff goes to Rawls up the middle, throwing defenders to the ground and stiff-arming his way to a 13-yard gain and a 1st down. Later in the drive, it's 2nd and 2. Jones will keep it, looking to pass, and dumps it to McFarland over the middle for a 14-yard reception and another Red Wolves 1st down. 2nd and 7, Jones hands off to Rawls, trying to make his way back to the line of scrimmage, but he stood up 1 yard behind the line and that will be a loss of 1. 3rd and 8 now. Jones back to pass, looking for that first down catch, but Rawls cannot hang on to the reception, and the Red Wolves have to settle for a field goal, making a 7-3 game as Georgia State takes over here. Smith back to pass, scrambling out to his right, and stopping and popping and firing to David Bailey for the first down catch. Now up towards midfield, Smith back to pass again, and he's going to hit Marcus Jackson for 13 yards and another first down catch. Very next play here, Smith will hand off to Mark Culver. Up the middle he goes, has the first down and more. A big gain on the ground and another first down for the Georgia State Panthers. 2nd and 5 now for the Panthers. Smith back to pass, and he's going to be pressured and sacked for a loss of 10 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 15. Out of the shotgun, Smith is going to hand off to Lamont George on the delay, and it does not work at all, losing 3 yards. And a long field goal attempt upcoming here by Georgia State. The kick is up. It looks good, but it bounces off the crossbar and no good. And we have our first studio update here. Number 23 Baylor on top of number 3 Oklahoma, 21-14 in the first half there, as Arkansas State takes over here. 2nd and inches, Jones back to pass, dumps it off to McFarland for the 6-yard reception and a first down, keeping their drive alive. 1st and 10 now, up towards midfield. Jones keeps it on the read option here. He has the first down and more. Can they catch him inside the 20? 10-5 touchdown, Max Jones and Arkansas State, and they have taken the lead here midway through the 2nd quarter, 10-7, as Georgia State takes over here on offense. Smith will hand off to George up the middle. Nice juke move, getting into Red Wolves territory, a 17-yard gain. 3rd and 3 later in this drive. Smith will hand it off to George, and he is stopped short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 2, and Georgia State is going to go for it here. Smith under center, hands off to George up the middle, making his way with just enough yardage there. 3 yards on the rush gives Georgia State the first down, keeping their drive alive with 30 seconds left. It's 1st and 10. Smith back to pass, firing deep to 2 defenders by Mark Moore, but he makes the catch. 38 yards, a touchdown to put Georgia State on top, heading into halftime, 14-10. Arkansas State comes out with the ball in the second half, down by 4. 3rd and 14. Jones back to pass. He's thrown it deep to Newman, and he makes the reception, 21 yards, and that gives him a first down. Looking at the halftime stats here, Georgia State putting up the numbers on offense and limiting Arkansas State to only 130 yards of offense in that first half. 3rd and 5 now for the Red Wolves. A dump off to Rawls. He breaks a tackle, has the first down, and a little bit more there, an 8-yard reception, keeping the drive alive for Arkansas State. 2nd and 10 now. Jones back to pass. Didn't find anybody open, takes off, and is sacked for a 7-yard loss. That's going to set up 3rd and long here. Out of the shotgun, Jones looking to pass and hits Whitaker here, and Whitaker's going to gain 8 yards, not enough for that first down, so they come out to punt here on 4th and 8, and wait, it's a fake. Bo is back there, sitting there looking to wait for an open man, and he finds Perry, who breaks a tackle inside the 30, inside the 20, taken down at the 18-yard line, a 26-yard gain on 4th and 8, and Arkansas State really wants to win this game, getting the trick plays in there. This 3rd and 13 pass to the end zone is incomplete, out of the bounds there, and they would kick a field goal to make it a 1-point game. The ensuing kickoff, Josh Everson takes this one out of the end zone, past the 40, past midfield, taken down at the 40-yard line of Arkansas State, and that's where they start on offense here. Georgia State, Smith with the read option, keeping it himself and gaining 9.5 yards. They would pick up that first down. 1st and 10 now. Smith is going to hand off to Lamont George, getting outside, breaking tackles, first down and more, and a sweet juke move by George gets him into the end zone on the 24-yard touchdown run, and we take another look at the juke move here. Just devastating, breaking ankles there. George gets a touchdown, and Georgia State's on top, 21-13 now, as Arkansas State takes over. Rawls with a handoff, gaining 11 yards and a first down for the Red Wolves. 3rd and 6 now. at midfield. Jones back to pass, dumping it off to Ferguson. He's going to break a tackle and get inside the 30, taken down at the 28. And 3rd and 7 now. Jones is going to fake the pitch there and dump it off to Lewis, who's tackled short of the first down. So they will have 4th and 2 coming up. It's 21-13 Georgia State at the end of 3. Fourth and 2 for Arkansas State to start the 4th quarter, and they're going for it. The pitch to Ferguson, and he cannot get the first down, taken down behind the line, and a turnover on downs gives the ball back to Georgia State, up by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Smith scrambling here, setting, firing to the sideline, caught by Donald Clark. A gain of 27 through the air. 1st and 10 now. Smith under center, looking to pass once again, and he will be pressured and sacked for a loss of 11 on the play. 2nd and 21 now. Smith fakes the handoff here, scrambles out to his right, and decides to take off, and no one's in front of him. They're all blocked, and he gains 23 on the scramble, giving Georgia State a first down. Later in the drive, it's 3rd and 12. Smith back to pass, looking, scrambling out to his right, and firing off his back foot and hitting Marcus Jackson for 11.5 yards. 4th and inches. They will go for it. Handoff to George is going to get him the first down, but back to that previous play. That just shows how powerful Steve Smith's arm is. 1st and 10. Smith will fake the handoff here, looking, firing deep to Jackson, and it's caught inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. 2nd and 6 now for the Panthers. Smith will fake the handoff once again. A lot of play action being run here, and he hits David Bailey in the end zone for the touchdown, and that puts Georgia State on top, 28-13. Maybe putting this game away here as Arkansas State takes over. 2nd and 12. Jones will try to take off here, but he's sacked for a 2-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 14 now for the Red Wolves out of the shotgun. Jones looking to keep the drive alive. He's firing, and he almost hits his receiver, but it's dropped, and they have to punt. Georgia State takes over here in Arkansas State territory. 1st and 10. Smith back to pass, firing, and it's picked off by Todd Elliott. Can he return this one all the way? He's past the 30, up to the 40, and pushed out of bounds. Georgia State's 2nd turnover on the day. The Red Wolves are back in contention here if they can get a touchdown. The pass over the middle goes to Harris. That one's good for 11 yards and a first down. Very next play here in Panther territory. Jones back to pass, firing, and he hits McFarland. A nice one-handed grab there. 16-yard gain. 3rd and 9 now for Arkansas State. Jones back to pass here, looking, dumping it off to Johnson, and he's not going to get that first down. Only a 1-yard gain. 4th and 8 now for the Red Wolves. This may be their final chance here. Jones back to pass, and it's broken up on the play there. And Georgia State will take over, looking to ice this one. Handoff to Lamont George. Outside he goes, breaking tackles past midfield, down the sideline to the 42-yard line. And that one will seal it for Georgia State. They can run the clock out from there and get the victory. Lamont George, your player of the game, 183 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And Georgia State gets the victory today, 28-13 over Arkansas State. Taking a look at scores from other games around the country this week. Number 2 Colorado upset by number 21 Nebraska, 21-18. Number 5 Texas and number 8 LSU both getting wins. And taking a look at the game stats from our game today, Georgia State dominates this game besides the 2 turnovers they gave up. And looking at your players of the game, Lamont George on offense, 183 yards and a touchdown, and Quincy Randolph, 6 tackles, 2 for a loss, and 2 sacks on the day. Some recruiting news here. John Scott, Malcolm Gray have locked us out. They were some of our top prospects here. So we may open one of those guys back up with our one open. And taking a look at the conference standings here, Georgia State is number 2 in the Sun Division of the Sun Belt here. That one loss coming to South Alabama. 2 games left. South Alabama is going to have to lose both those games for Georgia State to advance to the conference championship game. And Georgia State's going to have to win out as well. Coming up in the next episode, Georgia State travels to Texas State to face off against Texas State there. 6-4. We come in at 9-1 and ranked number 16 in the country. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.